Hello. Nice plane. So I'm in the A-18C Hornet, and I'm going to do a startup procedure. So we're going to do a bit of a round the cockpit look to make sure that everything is looking pretty good, which it is. It's looking very nice. And now we'll switch on the battery, which will give us power to start the APU, which is the auxiliary power unit. First we're going to do some fire checks.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire
Basically
right.
this is a
Engine fire
tape
right.
recorder in the plane,
APU
which will
fire.
give you these warnings.
APU fire.
It's good to make sure they
Bleed air
actually
left.
work.
Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
Now that that's done, we'll turn the APU on, and that'll give us power to our displays. It's getting a bit noisy, we'll close the canopy. The displays and to the engines, the turbines. So we'll start up our right engine, and we just need to monitor some values on the left here. So we're looking for 20, and then we can add some power into that, into the right engine. And now we're looking for 40 and then 60. Alright, we'll switch our INS to ground.
Roll left. Roll left. Flight control. Flight control.
And just reset our bleed after doing the fire checks. Now we can turn on our displays. Left, right, then our HUD, and then our radar. Turn on our radios. Uncage our standby indicator and put our radar altimeter on and set that to 2. Everything's looking good. We'll set our left DDI to the FCS page, and now we can start the left engine. Same as the right. Just monitor those values. Add that powering. Sounds so good. Now we'll turn the oxygen on. Set our radar to operate and ins to nav. And we've got some errors here, so we'll just clear them out. We'll set our flaps to auto, and that'll zero out those values. And put our rudder trim to 12. Now we'll do some control checks. Ideally, I'd be looking out the side of the plane to make sure that I can see things moving, but I didn't today. We'll take our parking brake off. Make sure anti-skid is on. Put our hook to field. Flaps to half, if I can get it. Hook to field and put on my landing lights. APU turned off, that's what that noise was. And now let's give it some power and we'll start our taxi. Brief look around, make sure I'm not going to run into anything. Now ideally I should be following the yellow line, but the turning circle on this bad boy is not great. Again, make sure you look around so there's no other traffic, and we'll get back on that line. I'm a little bit too violent with the throttle, but it's okay, we'll make it quick for you. I'm just going to pull up to this line and I'll do a couple more checks. So we'll flick this page over to the HUD and right hand side to the FCS page, and here I give it a bit of a sweep over again to make sure everything's fine. Everything is looking pretty good, pretty happy with that, and I think we're good to go. I just missed the switch here, I'll just switch that on. Now we're good to go. So we'll make sure there's no incoming traffic, and let's go. So the master warning that comes up is just a caution. It's nothing to get excited about. Probably because I gave it too much gas. Now sit back and relax and listen to this beauty. We're going to rotate at about 140 knots, which you'll see on the HUD, left hand side. Up, make sure the gear is up, roll it, absolutely beautiful plane to fly. Don't know what that place is, but kind of looks cool. Now we'll pull a tight 6.5 G turn, start to black out, so I've got to back off a little bit. The detail of the game's amazing. There's the airport we just took off from in Nevada. And send it! Let's go! Hope you enjoyed it.